ng Your Honor kanina na data. Mula rin po ito sa website ng PhilHealth, Stats and Charts as of June 30, 2024. Having said that po, the larger hospitals, the tertiary ones, especially the urban large hospitals, merong yung revolving capital, if I may use the term loosely. So kaya nilang maghanap ng financing and they do charge a lot of out-of-pocket, kaya nagfo-float sila. Pero kung yari...
What do you mean by out of pocket and then nagfo-float?
Kaya po nilang mag-antay na hindi sila mabayaran agad ng PhilHealth kasi yung mga pasyente nila kaya magbayad.
Okay.
So doon sila kumukuha ng main income source nila. Pero para sa isang maliit na rural hospital, kabilang doon sa 332 na accredited ng PhilHealth, level 1 government hospitals.
What do you mean by level 1 government hospitals? Are these the lowest ranked hospitals?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Honorable Suan, sa licensing system kasi natin, yung pinaka-basic na hospital is level 1. Yung pinaka-mataas, I'm sorry, there is an infirmary pa pala. If I may supplement the data, level 1 hospitals are 332. Yung mas mababa pa is yung infirmary, 337. So if we add 332 plus 337, that's roughly 669. Yun yung sabihin na nating mga rural na hospitals. So yun po yung pinakamababa na level, Mr. Chair, Honorable Suan. And to answer the question, a lot of them rely on, shall we say, mga routine na procedures and cases. Like example, nagpapaanak. So yung maternity care package, kung mabilis yung bayad doon, nabubuhay po sila. Sa private sector naman...
Mabilis ang bayad ng PhilHealth?
Opo, ng PhilHealth. Kasi po, because of the nature of their patients na karamihan ay nagre-rely talaga sa PhilHealth, hindi kaya magbayad ng out-of-pocket eh. So talagang kung anong sabihin ng PhilHealth na case rate, yun na lang yung aasahan nila. Kung maganda, and to answer His Honor's question, ano yung mga possible kumbaga points for improvement, kung maganda kasi yung costing, yung pag-estima nung package, maganda yung bayad eh. Case in point, dialysis. There is no perfect case rate. There will always be...
What do you mean by case rate?
Case rate. Ang case rate po, Your Honor, is yung pinaka-package rate na ibabayad ng PhilHealth for a defined disease.
Okay.
So for hemodialysis, right now, the case rate is roughly 6,350 per session.
That is uniform all over the country?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Honorable Suan, that is uniform across the country. So, yun pong dialysis, konti lang ang nagrereklamo, mas marami ang satisfied at mas maraming pasyente, dialysis patients ang kayang no balance. Talagang lumalabas ng dialysis center na walang singil kasi tama yung pagka-cost ng PhilHealth. Extensive yung consultation, sinulat nila na ito yung mga kasama malinaw sa pasyente at sa ospital kung anong babayaran at anong hindi. For the other case rates, and there are roughly 9,000 of them, some of them are costed properly and the corporation is catching up. Umaayos na po, kakalabas lang ng mga sa acute myocardial infarction, sa heart attack, yung sa mga iba pang heart procedures. But there are still arguably a lot na kailangan pang ayusin yung costing.
And why do you say that the fixing of this case rate will have a huge impact on the rural hospitals?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Honorable Suan. Because for the rural hospitals, this is most, if not their only source of income, PhilHealth. So if, for example, they will determine that a certain disease costs 100 pesos, for example, and then PhilHealth costing is only at 10 pesos, which is the rough average right now, then malulugi ng 90 pesos yung ospital. Or gagawin niya, sisingilin niya yung ating kababayan, kaya umiiyak ang ating kababayan. And then DOH steps in through our MAIFIP or the line item. So if the 10 pesos costing of PhilHealth for a 100 peso disease is increased to example 50 or even 60 pesos, then yung kukunin dun sa DOH, mas maliit. And also yung kukunin, lalo na sa ating kababayan, mas maliit pa. Yun yung dapat mangyayari sa universal healthcare.
Okay, salamat po. So, yung DOH ba, have you tried to engage with PhilHealth to try to fix these issues?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Honorable Suan, we are very happy to work with PhilHealth. In fact, yun pong, so organizational arrangement, the Secretary two committees now, yung Governance Committee and yung Committee on Appealed Administrative Cases. Yun pong Benefits Committee, which is the key committee na nag-handle nung pag-costing, nung pag-check ng mga case rates, it is the Secretary himself, Secretary Erbosa, who has been chairing for almost 3/4 of a year, halos 1 year na rin. So siya yung nag-chair mismo nun, and it is through that interface, and also informally, they will ask us, or maybe the PhilHealth technical staff will get in touch with us, will convene meetings, we will attend the meetings. Yun po yung nangyari dun sa mga recent packages na magaganda yung costing.
Okay, so at least the DOH is already doing something para maano tong sinasabi yung case rate na problem, tapos yung costing of package. Meron na kayong mechanism ngayon.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Very, very quick interjection,
Yes,
Mr. Chair.
with
due courtesy to
indulgence,
our representative
Congressman
from
Suwan.
the DOH.
Yes, Congresswoman Garin is
The
recognized.
review of the case rates has been initiated in 2016. This is not something new. In fact, there was a body created. The DOH was represented by Undersecretary Lilibeth David, and PhilHealth also had a representative officer. And the officers that we are seeing here now are very much aware of that, except, of course, President Mandi and Attorney Santos. In other words, yung pinagsasabi po ni ASEC Albert Domingo has long been instructed and implemented years ago. Hindi po ito bago. I believe the problem started when that coordinating body was collapsed. Diba? Let's call a spade, ASEC Albert. Hindi kasi natin pwedeng paasahin yung mga tao sa salita lamang. You have to walk the talk. If you remember during the APRO oversight hearings, this was also discussed. And the DOH promised that in 1 month's time, there will be proposed solutions. Pero walang nangyari. And these were pre-budget deliberations. Now, Mr. Chair, I don't want to prick the bubble of ASEC Domingo. But to be factual about it, yes, you are saying that Secretary Herbosa is the chair of the board at doon na pag-uusapan. But mind you, Mr. Chair, again, let's be factual about the real situation. Yung walang maraming icing. Because I cannot swallow the responses to our dear colleague, Congressman Suwan, na tila pinapalabas natin na hindi masusolusyonan yung problema ng case rates. Kasi ang chairman is the Secretary of Health. No, Mr. Chair, that does not happen. Why? The Board of PhilHealth will discuss an agenda related to resolutions. They do not discuss step by step, one by one, the case rates. Apologies for this, Mr. Chair. I have to correct that. Being former chair of PhilHealth, hindi na kaya ng Secretary of Health yan. Huwag nating lagyan ng icing na hindi ka panipaniwala ang mga pangyayari. The immediate solution here is first, to stop the internal fighting between PhilHealth and DOH. Kasi kaming mga pasyente at yung mga tao ang nagiging kawawa sa walang hintong bangayan ng DOH at PhilHealth. Let's call that situation a fact. Kasi dun sa board meeting nyo, nagkakaroon ng awayan ang chairman, the Secretary of Health, and the President of PhilHealth. And I think that is injustice to the Filipino people. The first solution there is, yung mga nag-aaway, di wag i-involve. Let's put back the career officials who were supposed to examine the case rates. First question, why was that collapsed? Second question, yung case rates na yan, napalpak ang pagpagawa, alam na alam niya ni Dr. Pargas. Kasi 1-2 tao lang yung umupo sa mesa at nag-drawing. Kaya nga, ginawan yan ng amendments, and I did issued order to invite all representatives from patient stakeholders, hospitals, and medical professionals and specialists. Pero sa dami-dami ng mga meeting, nasan yung output? Because expenditures of government on meetings, travels, and hotels and anything should have output. So I just want to make that clear.